Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Chill English Channel. We're very happy you're here with us today.
Hi everyone! Whether you're relaxing at home, commuting, studying English, or listening quietly before sleep, thank you for spending time with us.
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Jake.
Today, we're going to talk about something that almost everyone wants.
That's right. Today's topic is positivity.
More specifically, we're going to explore how to be a good and positive person even when life feels difficult.
I think that's a question many people ask themselves.
Definitely.
Is it really possible to stay positive all the time?
That's an interesting question.
What do you think?
Honestly, I don't think anyone is positive all the time.
I agree.
Every person experiences difficult emotions,
Sadness,
frustration,
stress,
disappointment.
anger.
Those emotions are part of being human.
Exactly.
So maybe the goal isn't to be positive every minute of every day.
Maybe the goal is learning how to respond positively when life becomes difficult.
I like that way of thinking.
Me too.
Positivity isn't pretending that problems don't exist.
It's choosing not to let problems control your entire life.
That's an important distinction.
Distinction is a useful vocabulary word.
Distinction means an important difference between two things.
For example, there's an important distinction between optimism and denial.
Or, understanding that distinction changed my perspective.
Speaking of optimism, that's another word people hear a lot.
Yes,
Optimism means expecting that good things can happen in the future.
it doesn't mean believing that life will always be easy.
Exactly.
Optimistic people still experience problems.
Simply believe those problems can be overcome.
For example, she remained optimistic during a difficult year.
Or, I'm optimistic that things will improve.
Let me ask you something, Jake.
Sure.
Do you think people are naturally positive, or is positivity something they learn?
That's a great question.
What's your opinion?
I think some people may naturally have a positive personality.
But I also believe positivity is a habit.
Habits become stronger the more we practice them.
Habit is another useful word.
A habit is something you do regularly, often without thinking.
For example, reading every morning became a habit.
Or, positive thinking is a habit that takes time to build.
That's encouraging,
Why?
because habits can change,
Exactly.
which means people can gradually become more positive.
Another thing I've noticed is that positive people don't necessarily have easier lives.
That's very true.
Sometimes they've experienced tremendous challenges.
Yet they still choose kindness,
Patience,
gratitude.
compassion.
Compassion is such a beautiful word.
Compassion means caring about another person's suffering and wanting to help.
For example, she always treats people with compassion.
Or, compassion makes relationships stronger.
I think kindness and positivity are closely connected.
Definitely.
Kind people often create positive environments.
A simple smile.
A kind word.
A compliment.
Holding the door open.
Listening carefully.
Small actions can completely change another person's day.
Sometimes we underestimate that.
Underestimate is another useful vocabulary word.
Underestimate means not realizing how important or valuable something really is.
For example, don't underestimate the power of kindness.
Or, people often underestimate small daily actions.
Let's teach a useful sentence pattern.
Good idea.
One natural pattern is, I try to blank whenever blank.
For example, I try to stay calm whenever I feel stressed.
Or, I try to focus on the positive whenever something goes wrong.
Native speakers use this pattern very naturally.
Another thing that makes positivity difficult is comparison.
Ah, yes.
Social media has made comparison much more common.
People compare their everyday lives to someone else's best moments.
They compare their beginning to another person's success.
And eventually, they begin feeling like they're falling behind.
Falling behind is a useful expression.
It means feeling less successful or slower than other people.
For example, sometimes I feel like I'm falling behind in life.
Or, stop comparing yourself to others. Everyone moves at a different pace.
Pace is another great word.
Pace means the speed at which something happens.
For example, everyone learns at their own pace.
Or, life isn't a race. Move at your own pace.
That's advice many people need to hear.
Definitely.
Another challenge is that people often confuse positivity with perfection.
That's true.
They think positive people never complain,
Never get upset.
never make mistakes.
Never lose hope.
But that's not realistic.
Positive people have bad days too.
They simply recover differently.
Recovery is an important part of positivity.
Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?"
They often ask, what can I learn from this?
That's a powerful shift in thinking.
Shift is another useful vocabulary word.
A shift means a change in attitude, focus, or perspective.
For example, a small shift in mindset changed my life.
Or positive thinking often begins with a shift in perspective.
I think that's one reason positivity becomes stronger over time.
Why?
Because life teaches us that every challenge eventually passes.
Every difficult season ends.
Every mistake becomes a lesson.
Every setback creates an opportunity to grow.
And little by little, people begin trusting themselves more.
Not because life becomes easier.
But because they become stronger in the way they respond to life.
You know, Jake, I think one of the biggest misunderstandings about positive people is that they never experience negative thoughts.
That's such a common belief.
But it's not really true, is it?
Not at all.
Everyone has negative thoughts sometimes.
Everyone feels discouraged.
Everyone has moments of doubt.
The difference is often how they respond to those thoughts.
That's a very important point.
Positive people don't necessarily have fewer problems.
They often have healthier ways of dealing with them.
Exactly.
Instead of letting one bad moment ruin the entire day,
They remind themselves that one moment doesn't define the whole day.
define is a useful vocabulary word.
Define means to describe or determine the true nature of something.
For example, one mistake doesn't define you.
Or, your past doesn't have to define your future,
I think that's something many people forget.
especially after making mistakes.
They begin thinking, I'm a failure.
Instead of saying, I made a mistake.
Those two sentences sound similar.
But they create completely different ways of thinking.
One describes a situation.
The other describes an identity.
That's such an important distinction.
Another habit that positive people often develop is curiosity.
That's interesting.
Instead of asking, why is this happening to me?
They often ask, what can this experience teach me?
Curiosity changes perspective.
Perspective is an excellent vocabulary word.
Perspective means the particular way someone sees or understands a situation.
For example, travel changed my perspective on life.
Or, try looking at the problem from a different perspective.
I think perspective influences happiness more than people realize.
I agree.
Two people can experience exactly the same situation.
Yet, react completely differently.
One sees only the problem.
The other notices the opportunity to grow.
That reminds me of another important habit.
Which one?
Choosing your environment carefully.
That's a big one.
The people around us influence our thoughts more than we sometimes realize.
Influence is a useful word.
Influence means the ability to affect someone's thoughts, feelings, or behavior.
For example, friends can have a positive influence on each other.
Or your environment influences your habits.
Imagine spending every day with people who complain constantly.
Eventually, that attitude becomes familiar.
On the other hand,
Spending time with encouraging people can be inspiring.
encouraging is another useful word.
Encouraging means giving someone confidence, hope, or support.
For example, she always has encouraging words for others.
Or, the teacher created an encouraging learning environment.
Let's teach a useful sentence pattern.
Good idea.
One natural pattern is, one thing I've learned is to,
For example, one thing I've learned is to focus on what I can control.
Or, one thing I've learned is to be kinder to myself.
Native speakers often use this pattern when reflecting on life lessons.
Another thing positive people understand is that they can't control everything.
That's a difficult lesson to accept.
Definitely.
We can't control the weather,
Other people's opinions,
unexpected problems,
the past,
but we can often control our response.
response is one of the most powerful words in this conversation.
Why do you say that?
Because our response often shapes our experience more than the event itself.
That's a fascinating idea.
Think about two people stuck in traffic.
Okay.
One becomes angry,
Complains constantly.
feels stressed,
The other listens to music.
or an English podcast.
Exactly. The situation is identical.
But their experiences are completely different.
That's the power of perspective.
Another habit I've noticed is celebrating small progress.
That's something many people forget.
They're always waiting for huge achievements,
Big promotions.
major accomplishments.
Extraordinary success.
Meanwhile, they ignore small victories,
Learning a new word.
finishing a book,
Helping someone.
exercising consistently.
Speaking English more confidently.
Those achievements deserve attention too.
Celebrate is another useful word. Celebrate means recognizing and enjoying an achievement or happy event.
For example, we should celebrate small improvements.
Or, she celebrated reaching her goal.
Positive thinking also requires patience.
Definitely.
Personal growth doesn't happen overnight.
Habits don't change overnight.
Neither does mindset.
Mindset develops gradually,
Through repetition,
through experience.
through everyday choices.
Looking back, I think positivity is less about always feeling happy,
And more about choosing hope again and again,
even after disappointment,
even after failure.
even after difficult days.
Because positivity isn't something we find once,
It's something we practice.
every single day.
And with enough practice, those small choices slowly become part of who we are. You know, Jake, after everything we've talked about today, I think one of the biggest lessons is that positivity is a choice we make repeatedly,
I agree.
not just once,
Every single day.
sometimes every single hour.
That's true.
Because life constantly presents us with challenges,
Unexpected problems,
difficult conversations,
disappointments.
stressful situations.
We can't always choose what happens to us.
But we often have some choice in how we respond,
And over time, those responses become habits.
which eventually shape our character.
Character is a wonderful vocabulary word.
Character means the qualities that make a person who they are,
For example, kindness is an important part of her character.
or challenges often reveal a person's true character.
I think people sometimes believe positive people are simply lucky.
That's an interesting thought.
They see someone smiling often,
Staying calm,
encouraging others,
remaining hopeful.
and they assume life has always been easy for that person.
But we rarely know someone else's story.
Exactly.
Many of the kindest people have experienced tremendous difficulties,
They know what pain feels like,
which makes them more compassionate,
more understanding,
more patient.
more willing to help others.
Compassion grows through experience.
Sometimes our greatest struggles teach our greatest lessons.
That's beautifully said.
Another thing I've noticed is that positivity spreads.
Like kindness.
Exactly.
One smile can change someone's mood.
One compliment can brighten someone's day.
One encouraging conversation can give someone hope.
We often don't realize the impact we have on other people.
Impact is such an important word.
Impact means the strong effect that something has on someone or something.
For example, your words can have a positive impact on others.
Or, Small acts of kindness often create a lasting impact.
Sometimes people ask, how can I make the world a better place?
That's a big question.
It is.
But maybe the answer begins with small actions.
Speaking kindly.
Listening carefully.
Being honest.
Showing respect.
Offering encouragement.
Helping someone without expecting anything in return.
Return is a useful word here.
In return means receiving something back after giving something.
For example, she helped without expecting anything in return.
Or, kindness doesn't always require something in return.
Another habit that positive people develop is forgiveness.
Forgiveness can be very difficult.
Definitely.
Sometimes we need to forgive other people.
Sometimes we need to forgive ourselves.
That's often the harder part.
Holding on to guilt or resentment can become exhausting.
Resentment is another useful vocabulary word.
Resentment means a feeling of lasting anger because of something unfair or hurtful.
For example, forgiveness helped him let go of resentment.
Or resentment can prevent emotional growth.
Letting go doesn't mean pretending something never happened.
No.
It means deciding not to carry that emotional weight forever.
That's such a peaceful way of thinking.
I think positivity also requires honesty.
Honesty?
Yes.
Explain that.
Truly positive people don't pretend everything is perfect.
That's true.
They admit when they're struggling.
They ask for help when they need it.
They accept difficult emotions instead of hiding them.
Acceptance is another beautiful word.
Acceptance means recognizing reality without constantly fighting against it.
For example, acceptance helped me find peace.
Or, acceptance means recognizing reality without constantly fighting against it.
That's something many people misunderstand.
Definitely.
Positivity isn't pretending to be happy.
It's choosing hope even during difficult moments.
And hope is often stronger than people realize.
Let's teach another useful sentence pattern.
Good idea.
You can say, one thing I'm grateful for is blank.
For example, one thing I'm grateful for is my family.
Or, one thing I'm grateful for is the opportunity to learn English.
Native speakers use this sentence naturally when talking about gratitude.
Another useful pattern is, I've learned that blank.
For example, I've learned that kindness always matters.
Or, I've learned that difficult times don't last forever.
Those kinds of reflective sentences sound very natural in English conversations.
Let's do a little speaking practice.
If possible, try answering these questions out loud.
First question. What usually helps you stay positive during difficult times?
Second question. Who is the most positive person you know, and why do you admire them?
Third question. What small act of kindness have you received recently?
Fourth question. What habit would you like to develop to become a more positive person?
Fifth question. What are 3 things you're grateful for today?
Try using some of today's sentence patterns.
For example, I try to blank whenever blank.
Or, one thing I've learned is to blank.
Or, one thing I'm grateful for is blank.
Speaking out loud is one of the best ways to build confidence and make new vocabulary feel natural.
Before we finish, let's quickly review what we talked about today.
We discussed optimism, gratitude, compassion, patience, kindness, perspective, and personal growth.
We also talked about habits, forgiveness, acceptance, resilience, and choosing how we respond to life's challenges.
Most importantly, we explored the idea that positivity doesn't mean living a perfect life.
It means choosing to look for hope even when life feels difficult.
And perhaps one of the biggest lessons is this:
A good life isn't built by one extraordinary decision.
it's built by ordinary choices repeated every day.
Choosing kindness instead of anger.
Gratitude instead of constant comparison.
Hope instead of giving up.
Those small choices may seem insignificant.
But over the years, they quietly shape the person we become.
Now it's time for our question of the day.
What is one daily habit that helps you stay positive?
Write your answer in the comments.
You can begin your sentence like this. One habit that helps me stay positive is blank.
We always enjoy reading your answers.
It's a wonderful way to practice your English writing skills.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, and subscribe to Chill English channel.
Keep practicing a little every day.
And remember, learning English is a journey.
See you next time.
Goodbye, everyone.